Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. I don't know. Depends on where you are when this show goes live. It is time for Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, SaleenDriver, coming to you with episode number 174 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, the longest running Wednesday afternoon live stream in all of YouTube that I know of. And as usual, and we will endeavor to do it again today, the show about nothing in particular. And let's see, Sir Uga was the first one in here, a little early, but he was in here. Wants to know if we can talk about Dabo's lack of ability to hire great coaches, properly use the transfer portal, and take advantage of NIL. Sure, why not? Whatever you want. Nate the Great is here, and he is not late. He was actually right on time. Matt Dumit's here. Sup? Everyone's favorite Australian, LC, aka Libby, with her googly eyes, is here. And Ramajamma Taylor is here. Hola to you too, sir. And I thought my computer was goofing up there, but no, it's not. Anyway, this is, well, let's see. Atypical Gump is here. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is here. Good afternoon to you. Albert Sancho is here. The usual suspects are slowly chiming in. I expect some people won't be in here because they will be traveling to Panama City Beach. I understand something is going on down there, I guess. I'm not really sure what. Y'all might get rained on. Better watch out. That unpredictable Florida weather might get you. Yes, Uga, I see you. Hello. Libby is doing things as she listens. Okay, so if I drop the link later, you're not going to come and join us? No? Let's see. Uncle Lou's here. So he must already be in Florida since he's obviously not driving. Since you wouldn't comment while you were driving, would you, sir? Brad Pitt's here. Good to see you. What has Uncle Lou got to say for himself? Clemson defensive tackle running around campus waving a pistol, arrested, pretrial intervention, still on the team. Okay, no. When you know what? I would make a comment about culture of football players in general and where they come from and how they were raised. But you know what? I don't want to. I really don't want to. I want to, but let me put it this way. I want to comment on that because it's a sad commentary on the society we've created over the past few generations. But I know better than to comment on such a thing. So I will not comment on such a thing. So, Lou is talking about the portal and Clemson and all that. So there you go. I don't understand this comment at all. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. Huffabilly Paw is here. Defensive tackle was not waving a pistol, was locked in his trunk, ports weighed any charges because he did nothing wrong. Okay, well, that's interesting. Vic Tube is here. Good afternoon to you too, sir. Right. Let's see. Portal is not for teams that recruit players who are just about themselves, not a team. Oh, that's a good point. Clemson coaching hires are finally fixed. Okay. Oh, okay. It was a Great Barrier Reef comment. Okay. Oh, very good. That's very good. I'll go there. It's pithy, um, topical, and makes sense. Okay. The charges weren't waived. He completed a pre-trial intervention program. Okay. Nature Boy, he's here. Good to see you, sir. Raj. Everyone pay attention. Nate is going to arrive in PCB at about 11 o'clock, I guess, today. So that's good. Oh, he got that from Slim? That makes sense. Good to see you, Steve. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, there are more people in here than I thought there would be. I thought a lot of people would be traveling today. Well, when y'all do get there, I hope y'all have a great time. Stay dry. I understand they're calling for rain up in the Panhandle on Saturday and Sunday, so be careful. Yeah, Dabo doesn't seem to like the transfer portal too much. I read recently that of all things that I learned, that Florida's basketball coach really likes the transfer portal. He used it a lot in the offseason from last year to this year. And the so-called journalists who write stories about such things say that they're playing better this year than they were last year. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's true, then I guess the coach made good use of the transfer portal. Well, the one thing you've got to know about the Atlanta airport, Nate, is that it is huge. What, they're up to 5 or 6 concourses now, and that's a big place, and it's real easy to get overwhelmed with the crowd. So, pay attention to where you're going and read the signs and ask questions, and hopefully you won't get lost. Paul thinks Clemson will be successful by not using the portal. What do I think? I don't know. I think, I'm not a big fan of the portal. I'm not a big fan of NIL. I think those are two things that are going to ruin college football in the long term. Hey, Zona, what you doing, man? But they're out there, and you're going to have to use them if you're going to be successful in this thing called college sports. So whether I like it or not, or whether I think you have to use it or not is, I don't know. I guess Dabo not using it is going to be to his detriment in the long run. He really needs to make use of all the tools that the rules give him. I agree, Albert. Atlanta does need a second airport, but they're not going to get one because there's no place to put it. There's no place to put it on the ground, and there's no place to put it in the air. The airspace, if you ever looked at like Flight Tracker or Traycon or one of those programs, look at the airspace over Metro Atlanta. It's packed. There's no room. They're full. Anyway, I don't know if I don't know if I know more than Dabo, but I know what I know. Well, yeah, that wouldn't be a bad place to put an airport, except there's no place to put an airport. You can't put another airport that close to Atlanta Hartsfield. They'd have to put it up in somewhere in Cherokee County or somewhere up north of that, even, because nobody's going to go up that much land in Metro Atlanta. Dabo doesn't need the portal to basically say to the recruits, all right, I guess that's one opinion, you know. Rome, Georgia is too far north. Rome, Georgia, I think Rome is about an hour and a half drive outside of Atlanta. That's too far away to be useful to Atlanta. I'd say about as far north as you're going to be able to get to put another major airport that would be useful to Metro Atlanta. I don't know, would somewhere be somewhere around north of Woodstock or Kennesaw or places up in that area, or Lawrenceville or Stone Mountain or somewhere. You're going to have to be outside the perimeter, and you're going to have to be far enough north where you're not interfering with the airspace around Hartsfield. I mean, that's all wonderful conjecture and everything, but you're never going to get another airport that big in Metro Atlanta. It's just not going to happen. They're just going to have to keep making Hartsfield bigger and bigger. Gainesville, Georgia is too far. Again, it's too far north of Metro Atlanta to be of any real use. I mean, it could be useful to northern Georgia, the Georgia mountains, and that area, but it's not proximal enough to Hartsfield, to Metro Atlanta. Not Gainesville. I mean, that's too far north. Raj. Anyway, I should just sit back and let I should drop the link and let Pa and Lou come in here and just sit back and let those two go at it over Dabo's ability to coach or lack of ability to coach, depending on what they see. That could be a show all on its own, right? Well, Pa, if Lou knew Dabo was right, he'd never admit it anyway, so it's kind of a moot point. What do I think about the new SEC with Oklahoma and Texas? I don't like it. I don't think Oklahoma and Texas belong in the SEC. They're not Southeastern Conference geographically. I don't. I mean and no, I don't like no divisions, and I don't like expanding the SEC with Oklahoma and Texas. I think we could have gotten other schools that are actually in the southeastern United States geographically and kept divisions. But moot point anyway. It's already happening. Keep it up, Uga. Keep it up. Well, we are going to lose at Texas this year anyway. So I got into a big old argument. In fact, it's still ongoing on Facebook in one of the Florida Gator groups when I said that Florida would be 3-9 and Napier would be gone after the Georgia game, and good riddance to him. A lot of the, I had to resurrect the old term glitter gator. They think that Napier is a recruiting son of a bitch and he's going to turn it around. And even with the toughest schedule in the nation, we're going to be a 6-6 team and be bowl eligible and be a big surprise to everybody this year. And it's like, no. We're a 3-9 team, maybe a 4-8 team if we can beat Miami. And Napier will be done. They say, oh, we can't fire Napier. Well, lose all those recruits. We lost the recruits anyway. We lost a bunch of recruits when we shit the bed in 2023. So, it's gonna be stupid. Well, Vic, I think we could have gotten. I think we could have gotten maybe. And I know this is probably not. I mean, we could have gotten UCF. Could have gotten USF. Could have made a play for Florida State. Could have made a play for Clemson. Could have made a play for a lot of teams that are located in the southeastern United States. Why do we have to go to fucking Texas and Oklahoma? I don't know. The whole thing is a moot point. Texas and Oklahoma are in the SEC. The SEC got rid of divisions. The ACC is locked down. The Big Ten's locked down. The Big 12's locked down. The Pac-12 has ceased to exist. Everything is the way it's going to be. I'm going to drop the link. See who wants to come in. See if Lou and Huff want to come in and argue voice-wise instead of type. I don't know. UCF beat Florida last time they played, didn't they? There's my friend. There he is.
Yeah. What's up, Saleen? Yeah. I really wish you were going to the slobs.
Well, I do too, in a way. But it just didn't work out this year. No, the word is moot. So I'll go M-O-O-T, moot point, not mute.
Moot,
as in it's a fait accompli. You know what? I'm using fancy words to a guy who probably didn't get out of high school. So Jesus Christ. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Fait accompli. That means final.
Look up the word moot and get back to me, sir. There's Nate, the two-team in great.
Moot. It's a moot point, just like trying to build another airport in Atlanta.
Oh, where are you going to put it?
Exactly.
Oh, don't be salty, Libby.
Exactly. That's why it's a moot point. Yeah.
Don't be salty.
Plus, it's his channel, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a moot point. And where are you going to put? Seriously, I used to live in Metro Atlanta. I traveled all around Metro Atlanta, either for work or for recreation, or for birthing them babies.
Right.
So who was born in the area?
So whose idea? So whose idea was it to build another airport?
That was wasn't it Nate?
Yeah, I thought that was Nate. Yeah, it was
No,
It was
no,
either
no,
Nate
no,
or
no, no.
Albert.
It was Albert because I just said
Albert's fan show.
random town. That's all.
It was Albert's fan
Anyway,
show.
I've been all over Metro Atlanta. There's no place big enough to put an airport the size of something that could take. I mean, you'd have to have an airport, I'd say, at least half to 2/3 as big as Hartsfield to
Mm-hmm.
take the load off of Hartsfield.
It would have to
And
be
there's no
about
place
as
to
big
do
as
that.
it would have to be about as big as the Birmingham airport. Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well just expand Birmingham and put in a high-speed rail between Birmingham and Atlanta.
Yeah, it'd be better off. Yeah, so I mean, instead of building an airport the size of the Birmingham airport or the Greenville airport.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's something I didn't consider. That's not a bad idea. Dobbins Air Force
Yeah.
Base can be converted,
Yeah.
except that the Air Force is still using it, as far as I
Yes,
know.
that's right. They're
Kind of
not going to convert it into commercial airport. They're not. They're not going to do that. Yeah.
well,
Well, I mean, if the Air Force decided that they didn't need Dobbins anymore, Dobbins could easily be converted to a civilian airport
I
Right.
mean,
and maybe take a year or
Except
two
for
to
that
do
doesn't.
it.
and plus
Except for,
the
yeah.
don't say is
Except for the military
don't.
except for the military industrial complex.
Well, Victor,
Won't
you
let
gotta
that.
know this because I mean, Charleston Airport or Charleston, South Carolina has like combined a commercial airport with a Air Force base, so it's possible. But
But no,
Uh,
but no,
Libby,
it's not going to happen.
the simple answer to your question is because I don't wanna.
The Atlanta airport is fine.
well, I can't even say anything because I've never been.
I think the Atlanta.
Didn't they put a new concourse into Atlanta recently?
Yep.
I don't know, probably.
So I think the airport is doing just fine. I mean, it is the busiest airport in the world after all. So
No, is it the biggest or is that Dallas?
that was
Well,
busy.
you're right, sir. I have a face for radio. What can I say?
Or at least it was last time I checked. I don't know if that's still true, but I've just always heard that.
Well, I'm going to be flying into the Atlanta airport in April on my way somewhere else, so I'll let you know.
That's the busiest airport in the world. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Captain Trips, how you doing, man?
I guess you could look that up if it's.
I thought the biggest airport, not the busiest, but I thought the biggest airport was like
no. Atlanta Hartsfield is the busiest airport in the. I know it's the busiest airport in the U.S. because it just recently passed O'Hare.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the busiest one in the world, but it's certainly got to be top 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I get into Atlanta.
Hey, Libby, you and Sir Ugga, go get a room.
Yeah, I remember when we were forced to land in Birmingham, going home to California. Yeah, you remember that video when after I made after I got home, and I said that we had to land in Birmingham. Yeah.
I mean,
Libby, because of who I'm traveling with, I'm going to be on my best behavior. Yeah. So fuck you.
Yeah, I think you were pissed that day too, right, Vic?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
We're freaking delayed in fucking Birmingham.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Lou has a good question for Nate.
Okay, hang on. Nate, if Vic beats you in Panama City, you aren't gonna run away, are you?
No, I'm gonna be a man that is a man of a word. If that happens, congratulations. I'll beat you next time. There you go.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
No, but anyways,
Yeah. So when is your
Captain Tripp says you're going to swim away like Lieutenant Dan.
No.
Yeah, Lou wants to know when your secret medical procedure is.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to know too.
Well, I don't want to know because it's not my personal stuff.
What's happening before before the Slav Olympics? So it must have either already happened or it's happening tomorrow or Friday.
What is Lou talking about? $500? Did I miss something?
Oh, yeah, I think you did miss it because he wants to bet Hufflepuff Paul that.
Is it a bet of some kind?
It's about his dog because he is kind of reluctant to leave his dog, who he has only had for a week, and his dog has had
There you
abandonment
go. Lou said it.
trauma. He was afraid of having to
Who is it? Who has a dog?
leave
What?
his dog for a week.
No.
Time.
Vic, that's not has to do something to do with that. It's basically a bet for what Lou said in the comments.
Okay.
But
Yeah, that was it. So he's gonna have to leave the dog with his son to take care of. So yeah, apparently he's afraid to leave his dog with his son. But
Well, dogs are part of the family. You don't leave a dog with just anybody.
well,
Lou, I already answered that question, buddy.
no,
If I still had my cat,
no,
which I didn't.
no, I am not going to roll away if Nate beats me.
Oh, never mind. I read it wrong. My bad. You're gonna do the same thing. The same thing I said, right? If I beat you,
Right? Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means that either it's already happened or is happening tomorrow or Friday.
Right. That's true.
Well, don't worry about it.
What did I do with the little girl? I don't remember
I'll be
anything
fine.
about little girl.
What'd you say?
Captain Trips said something.
If you'll be fine, then why aren't you going? Then, but you can't travel. So.
Exactly.
We're not talking about this, Vic. We're not talking
No.
about
He's talking about Hufferbilly.
Fine.
I think.
Don't let Nate dig any holes on the beach. You saw what happened to that little girl.
What does
I don't remember that for that little girl.
What does Nate dig holes on the beach?
Well, I'm just bored.
Nate, are you going to make a sandcastle?
No, I have no patience from that. But I could dig a hole if I wanted to. But
okay, but why would you?
Why not?
I don't know. Oh, it collapsed on her and she died.
That's bullshit.
No, it's not. I could see that happening. Yeah.
No, if you dig a hole and it's not stable enough, and
someone falls in it, yeah,
you could.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say if I'm in it,
sides can collapse. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
there's no one could fall in the hole if I'm in it because I'm that tall.
For the record, Huff, my cat was. I gave my cat away to one of my daughter's high school classmates.
Yeah.
And the cat lived with him for another, I think, 7 years, and recently passed away from old age.
Yeah. So the cat
was no, and I've never taken antidepressants. So shut up.
All right.
Saleen does care about pets.
We need to get Libby in here. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, Libby doesn't
Maybe
want to
she'll
come in here
tell you
because Libby
that,
is salty at me.
yeah, and then maybe she'll tell you that you need antidepressants, right?
Well, I think she's on antidepressants anyway. And she always says I should be on antidepressants.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
So did your procedure go well?
Vic, come on, buddy.
Vic, I'm not talking about that.
Fine.
Stop talking for Jay. Huff, how about doing that? Just speak for yourself.
Fine.
Jay can Jay can stay out there in the
What?
world.
Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like to me too.
Jay's antics got old, and I decided I didn't want to deal with that anymore.
They did.
Oh god.
Atypical dumb sets of power just went out there in Lawrenceville due to thunderstorms.
Well,
Great.
I mean, you warned him, so.
Well,
you warned him. You told him.
Nobody listens to me, Vic. That's
Yeah, you told him.
I try to telegraph to people.
You told him to surrender or face utter destruction.
Yes, that too.
You must surrender, and they must surrender or face complete and utter annihilation, or whatever it is that Truman said.
Wait, why does Harper Billy still have a fucking iPad?
Or whatever it was that.
What's wrong with an iPad? I've got an iPad. I don't use it very much. I'll probably be using it on the trip I'm about to take.
Well,
it's a good way to watch YouTube videos because it's got a good sized screen. But
I mean,
nothing wrong with an iPad.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having an iPad. I'm just saying because I'm just saying in general because most people have like iPhones, 8 freaking teens.
Okay,
I don't know.
Lou, would it make you feel better if I said, yeah, I'm a liar, I didn't want to go, if I made up a story and does that make you feel better?
Well,
would it make you feel better if I said that? Because I can say that and it'll make you feel better.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, okay, I think it would.
To make everyone feel better, I'm a liar. I just didn't want to go. Blah, 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 blah. Everyone can feel better now and leave me alone.
No, right. Hey,
everyone feel better now. Can we all, sit down with our milk and cookies and hold hands and sing Kumbaya?
Yes, we can.
I actually do want some.
Yes,
okay, there we go.
I guess tell us. I guess that's it. Either
yeah, just say I can't go. There you go.
I guess either give us the truth or don't give us anything at all. But,
well, then I won't give you anything at all because
I'm
not. It's not something I'm going to talk about. So
good.
Yeah, so I would just say I can't go. There you go.
Good. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
But that's all. Anyways, I saw the Bruins lost their freaking shootout to a mental creature.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Any thoughts about that? I know I'm just getting a little shit.
Louis still mad.
Is that it? Yeah. Are you afraid that that Lou is gonna beat you in push-ups and then you won't be able to hold that over him anymore?
I never held it over him to begin with. And Lou is let's see, I'm going to be in about 2 weeks or so, I'm going to be 59 years old. And Lou is what? Mid-40s?
He's 45.
Yeah. So I'm 14 years older than him. He should beat me in push-ups.
Yeah.
Of course, now I weigh a lot less than I did back then, so you
There
never
you,
know.
there you
Maybe
go.
I
Right. Yeah.
maybe I could do I don't know.
I did get my hair cribbed. Or my haircut trimmed.
Now Huff is becoming tiresome to me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Well, no, he was just he was. I think that okay. Well, I mean, usually if someone is envious, that's usually a compliment. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But anyways, like I asked you, Selena, what's your thoughts about losing to the Kraken?
the Kraken. Well,
Where's the hockey team?
wait. I thought you were a Red Wings fan.
No. I'm just asking in general. I know I'm a Ravens fan, but
Well,
still,
I mean, when the Red Wings beat the Bruins, then you can brag. But
Well, I think they did beat the Bruins. The Bruins are falling apart.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they just lost to Seattle like the night before last. They lost a bunch of games in overtime. I mean, it's just they can't they get a lead and they can't hold it and they fall apart in the last 5 minutes of the third period. They fall apart. I watch the games and it's like the last 5-10 minutes of the third period. I'm sitting there waiting for the hammer to drop.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of worried for Bruins, to be honest. Although I'm not a Bruins fan, but I don't know why I said that. But still, I mean they're off from a really historical great season last year, but last year's year. But I don't know. This team kind of I don't know, not even trying. I don't know.
No, I watched the games with the Bruins.
Yeah.
They've got good firepower.
Right.
They can put points on the board. That's not the problem. Their goaltending is they have the two best goaltend. They have the best goaltending tandem in the game right now with those two. That's not the problem. The problem is the defensemen. They're not playing. The defense, they stand around. They don't pass well. They stand around. They're not skating well. They're not hitting well. They're letting the opposing forwards and centers go right by them. It's embarrassing. I mean, I don't know what changed from last year to this year. It's basically the same defensive line that they had in 22-23. And now here in 23-24, the Bruins can't play defense to save their lives. And the goalies are getting, I mean, you could have the best goalies in the world, and the Bruins do, arguably. And they can't do it all. They need the defensemen up front, in front of them, blocking shots, laying suckers out against the boards, and stealing pucks and getting in the way of passes.
yeah,
And they're
there you
not
go.
doing it.
Well, I mean that's not true. I mean, Nick is going, and he lives in Florida, so
And TK, but
yeah, and, yeah, Nick DTV, TK, and
wait,
I'm
Nick TV
and
does? I thought he was in Virginia.
Fish and Football might be going, but
Nah,
we
I
don't
don't think he
know.
is, but who knows?
Octavian might be going, but we don't know. I mean, yeah, Neo and Lizard said they were trying to go, but that Neo accidentally asked off for next weekend instead of this weekend. So now he's trying to see if
Oops.
he can get that switched. So
Hey
Are you
Lou,
okay, Vic?
are you betting the Florida Missouri game today? Definitely take the Gators to beat Missouri. Missouri hasn't won an SEC basketball game yet this year. So if you're you're a degenerate gambler, go ahead and take Florida on that one.
I mean, you can always look up some games when you get there, but at the same time, you gotta, luggage first, but maybe after luggage. I don't know. Plus, I should have been talking because I don't know nothing about gambling, so don't take my words for granted.
I don't know anything about gambling. I only a few years ago after Lou did that video, that tutor, I don't know, the tutoring video or whatever, that found out what a point spread was.
So it's because he loves hockey. So I mean,
What, you didn't know what a point spread was?
Now I had a general idea, but when Lou broke it down,
That just means that it's how many points a team is supposed to win by.
no, I know that. I had, but he did that video after he got sponsored by BetNow.eu,
oh,
and he went into detail what different things were
Bet-
with sports betting, and it's like, oh, that makes better sense now.
What do you mean? TK is going. Who said TK wasn't going?
I hope BA didn't say that.
Yeah, who said TK wasn't going?
If that's the case, well,
Yeah, and we don't know that Octavian is not going, and we don't know that
if
Fishing is
Fission's
not going.
a robot or not.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just say, yeah. So right now those are unknown. We know Celine's not going. TK is going, as far as I know, but
I guess Florida's the bad luck charm for Fall Olympics. What if that's the case, actually? But well, I'm gonna look at the weather real quick for PCB.
I'm sure everyone's going to have a good old time at the Slob Olympics.
No, I'm sure of that. I was just saying in general.
It is supposed to. I did see the forecast. It might rain up there, so be careful about that.
yeah, it said that there was like a 65% chance on Friday and a 45% chance on Saturday. So,
well,
but of course, everyone's,
65%
different,
chance on Friday and
except for
35% on Saturday.
Of course, every app and every site, is saying something different. Yeah. Everyone, TK, it isn't coming. Really?
Wow. Okay.
When did she say she wasn't going?
Yeah, I didn't hear that. But anyway, I think. Oh God, half a billion just thinks they're going to freaking beat Georgia. Oh, never mind. I thought you said football. I mean, whoa. I mean, softball is another story, but yeah. I thought you said football. But yeah, I think, if it does somehow rain the whole day, that could be a bad thing.
Well, it doesn't rain every day, but it does.
Sure? That's what I heard, because in Florida, it rains.
It doesn't rain every
I
day.
don't know about every day, but still,
Yeah, I guess it rains.
days.
Yeah, it rains every day, like in the summer, but it does rain.
Yeah, it doesn't rain every day in what we laughably call winter. And this is supposed to be our dry season, but because of the El Nino pattern that we're under right now, there's more rain this winter than normal. But next winter is going to be dry because it'll be a La Nina pattern, but we're going to have a busier hurricane season, which is just so much fun. Spend June through November looking at weather maps all the time, wondering when the next the next city killer is going to come our way. You survived Ian, and we survived the one last year. I forgot her name, but is Merelda or whatever the fuck it's called.
Okay. Okay. Lou said it. Okay. All right. Well, if it's not coming from TK, then okay. Lou says I might not know, but he knows. Okay.
Whatever. People will be there. Good time will be had by pretty much everybody. Laughs will be made. Memories will be made. Videos will be taken. Whoever shows up, shows up. Right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. Just sit back, have a good time. Beat everyone in rock, paper, scissors of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I won rock, paper, scissors. The first year. So.
All right, guys.
I know you beat me to do it.
Yep.
All right, guys. I gotta get some stuff done and gotta go.
Okay.
Have a good trip.
Yeah. Bye, Nate. Yeah.
See y'all.
I'll be seeing you tomorrow evening. Yeah.
Yeah. Vic's gonna kick your ass, Nate. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Vic? You gotta kick his ass.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There you go.
What?
I can guarantee you, Lou, that one has nothing to do with the other. So don't worry about it. You know who's coming to the Slob Olympics? Whoever shows up. And you know who isn't going to the Slob Olympics? Whoever doesn't.
Yeah, you.
We can go with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's the beef between you and TK, or do you not want to talk about it?
One has nothing to do with the other, Huff.
Okay.
Well, and fake news. Well, Vic, let me put it this way. I said a request was made by certain parties not to talk about them anymore. And I said I wouldn't. And I won't.
Okay.
So that's the long and the short of that. So certain people didn't want me talking about them anymore, even though I wasn't talking about them anymore. But they were mentioned on my stream, ergo, I'm guilty by association.
You continued.
I'm not. But I have not talked about certain parties anymore,
Okay.
nor will I talk about certain parties anymore. And I said I wouldn't, and I won't. So there you go.
Okay.
That is all.
Okay.
I'm not perturbed, Uga. You'll know when I'm perturbed. I'm not perturbed.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed. I'm not perturbed.
Yeah, he's annoyed. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
I just certain people I'm not going to talk about because they're not worthy of being talked about. Certain people I'm not going to talk about because they asked that they not be talked about.
Okay.
And certain people are not talked about because they don't rank being talked about. And I will leave it to everyone else to figure out who who and who falls into what category.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, what's that got to do with TK though?
nothing and
Oh,
everything.
okay.
And I'm not going to talk about if certain people want to speak of alleged beef or lack of beef with me on other streams, they are free to do so.
Right. Well, I was just wanting to get your side.
Nah. No, A, nobody cares, and B, I don't need the grief. I really don't. I don't need the grief. Life is too short, and I don't need the grief that's associated with me talking about something that it's unnecessary.
All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom, so I need to mute myself for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, well, Huff, there is that, you know. There is that. And that factors into things. Yeah, just, you know. And Gump, I appreciate that, sir, very much. And well, Lou, what do you think? After all I just said in the past 3 to 5 minutes, what do you think, sir? Oh, Lou, you crack me up. You really do. Vic has to take a hockey. Oh, that's unkind, sir. Hockey is a wonderful sport. You should give it a chance. Hockey in 2024 isn't the hockey that I grew up with. You want to see the real good hockey. Look at the hockey before the instigator rule was in place. But even with today's wimpy version of hockey, it's still a hell of a lot more entertaining than all the other pro sports out there, in my opinion. Unclean Hands, good to see you, sir. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Unclean Hands runs a very popular channel in the criticizing the auditor and frauditor and sovsit and moron space. And if you don't know what that is, you're missing out, because those videos are incredibly funny. That see how stupid some people are on. Unclean Hands runs a very, very good channel. So if you're interested in that kind of content, definitely stop by his channel, give him a sub, watch a few videos, say hello to him. He'll definitely say hello back. And don't forget to click the thumbs up on the way out, folks, or if you haven't already, please do click that thumbs up button for me. And everyone's favorite Aussie is back. She won't come on the stream because reasons, but she is back. I don't know what that means, Lou. I'm sure you know what that means, but I don't know what that means. Well, thank you for, Unclean Hands. Thank you for all you do with your content is really, really good. I watch every day. He uploads daily, by the way. I watch videos every day, and they're very entertaining. For me, I love to watch stupid people doing stupid things, and thinking that they're doing great service to society. It's hilarious to me how dumb these people really are. And Unclean Hands content really helps out with that. No, I know you're getting ready for work, Libby. I do, but I was, there are a lot of people on here who were hoping you'd pop in for a few minutes, but yes, Sir Uga. Hello to you too. Hello, hi. How are you? You're still here. You're still being seen. You're still able to post and have your opinion out there for the world to see. I do not understand. I was watching. Speaking of Uga, I was watching on Rumble. Yes, I watch stuff on Rumble. If you don't like that, tough shit. I was watching the daily Charlie Kirk stream on Rumble, and he did a pretty long deep dive into the thing that happened in Athens a couple of days ago, where that college student got murdered. It was very sad. What was she, about 22-year-old nursing student? Up there, got blown away by an illegal. It was very sad. Rumble is another streaming service, Libby. It's basically YouTube without the censorship and the algorithm that shuts you down for saying words like fat or stupid or something like that.
They also don't shut you down if someone P-bombs your stream, like what happened to Edward.
Yeah, I heard Edward is back now.
Yes, he is. Yes, he's back on YouTube. Yes, he made another channel, and it has not been P-bombed yet, although he has only done one stream. So. And it did not get P-bombed. So.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you don't porn bomb me. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah. I have gotten someone's channel taken down temporarily, but
wasn't that Pete's channel?
But I have never P-bombed anyone. So.
Yeah, I never got the story on that.
How did
you end up getting how did you end up getting Pigskin Pete's channel show?
Nor would I ever P-bomb anyone. But
well, I appreciate that. But how did you end up getting Pete's channel show?
I was talking about vaccines and microchips.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that won't happen on Rumble.
Yeah, I think we better.
Now, Lou is partially correct. The girl was not she was a graduate. The report I saw was that she was a graduate of UGA, but she was in a nursing school in Athens, whose name escapes me at the moment. Yeah, Augusta University. That was it. But I heard, but the story that I read was that she was a UGA graduate, and then she had gone to nursing school at Augusta University. Now, maybe they got that wrong too, but the reporters I saw on videos and stuff, they're running around the UGA campus, and they're saying she was a UGA student. Mm-hmm. So if it's fake news, then blame the fake news media for reporting it that way. But
right.
All the people that are on campus were on the UGA campus.
Right. Well, all I was doing was just reading a news article.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I was doing, and they shut Pete down for it.
Why don't I make the move to Rumble? I don't know. Who says I won't? But, you know, I just have a Rumble account so I can watch videos on Rumble or streams really on Rumble. That's my only real use for Rumble right now. Right Side News, Steve Bannon, Charlie Kirk, Steve Bongino, you know, guys like that. People you wouldn't you wouldn't care about, sir. So, but that's fine. But yeah, they were talking about what happened up in, well, let's just say it's in Augusta. At least they got that part right. There's a tragedy. The whole campus that they were on is scared shitless now. What are you laughing about, Libby? Libby thinks she's cute.
Athens need to crack down on their illegal alien problem. I didn't know we really had an illegal alien problem, but
Yeah, I didn't know they had an illegal. Well, it's just one illegal. I mean, you know,
a problem until.
Well, Libby. I mean, you're so far left of center. You're almost off the scale. So I expected you to laugh at that. Vandy Dandy is here. Without illegals, there would be no fruit in the supermarket. Oh boy. Ghost of Rubber Nose is here. I didn't see him sneak in there.
Ghost of Rubber Nose, yes.
Yeah, Slim isn't here. I wonder where Slim is.
Yeah, me too.
He's probably traveling today or something.
Well, or yeah, either that or at home with his sick kids. But
oh, they're sick. I didn't know.
So he said that he might not be able to go because they got strep. So.
Oh, both my kids had strep. That's tough. Yeah. I know. I remember all those kid diseases, especially the older one, Aaron. That kid was a magnet for ear infections. I swear to God. That kid got ear infection after ear infection. I thought I was going to have to, I thought I was going to have to keep her home for a month just to get her to clear up the ear infections and stay clear for more than a couple of days. That kid was a magnet for those damn things. Yeah, kindergarten, nursery school and kindergarten classes are just like incubators for all kinds of diseases.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, my kids got all the typical childhood stuff. They got strep, they got ear infections, they got all the colds, the flus, the sniffles, all the good stuff.
Yep.
Ran through the gamut of everything. It was
Yep.
What am I supposed to respond to, Libby? What am I responding to? I don't talk about you like I'm spitting venom. We love you here, Libby. You're like family here. We have nobody here except for Sir Uga has any kind of venom or animus or malice towards you. Everybody loves you. Rumble was made for A-Bomb and Edward. That's probably true. That's probably true.
Well, I mean, it's not really made for Edward. It's made for the people who go on Edward's StreamYards.
Senor Dog.
Yes,
what the hell is going on in here? I have no idea.
Yes, so it's not for Edward. Rumble was made for some of the characters that Edward's channel attracts for whatever reason.
Oh, you know, I'm the first to admit that Rumble is attracts a lot of you know, just reading the commentary on a live stream, a political style live stream in there. The stuff that some people will post in the chat section is, you know, just pure garbage.
Yeah.
But whatever, you know, I mean, it's you know, there is free speech in this country for a reason, and you know, I may not like what a lot of people say, but I'll defend you with you to the death. Your right to say them. You know, I don't have to. I don't. And you know what? If I don't like what some people are saying, I can either shut the chat off, like I can in here. I can, you know, if I'm on a live stream uh, from someone else's channel and I don't like the way the chat's going, I can just shut the chat window off, and I don't have to. I don't have to see that crap.
You're right. You can.
You know,
And you
it's
can.
it's the old. If you don't like what people are saying or showing or playing, change the channel.
Yeah, and you can. Yeah, and you can block people too, so that you won't.
Yeah,
Their
you know, there are a few people that Raj. There are a few people that, you know, I just don't care for what they have to say, so they're blocked. I'm sorry, that's a fact of life.
You can't see their comments, and they can't see yours.
Right. Then it works out fine. I can continue to enjoy the entertainment that I want to continue to enjoy on those streams or on those videos, and not be interrupted by people that I choose not to associate with. Really? No. Okay, no.
You are
A Trump boat parade? No.
what? Yeah, going to the. Oh yeah, the Trump boat parade. Yeah,
I don't know of any Trump boat parades in my area.
it's a boat parade. No, I thought that was that was was Rob that was going to a boat parade, but
I know there's a boat show going on in Tampa, but that's at the Tampa Convention Center. That's mostly being held on dry land. So
yeah, it's not even being. It's being.
and I'm not going to that because I've got no interest in boats.
There you go. You got no interest in boats, or Trump. So yeah.
Well, I have interest in Trump insofar as I hope he wins over a Potato Head, but
Yep.
other than that,
Yep. Yep.
as we get closer to November, it's going to get more and more interesting.
Yeah, I'm still trying to decide. You know, do I vote in the Democrat primary to vote against Biden, or do I vote in the Republican primary to vote against Trump? But both of them seem to be like they would be an exercise in futility. So.
Well, yeah, and Lou, yeah, I've seen quite a bit of that. I choose to ignore it. I do. I choose to ignore it. Did you hear what happened in Michigan? Was it yesterday?
No, what happened?
No, Biden lost to uncommitted in the Democrat primary. He lost.
To who?
Uncommitted voter.
Uncommitted. Who is?
There was an organized effort by Arab, pro-Palestinian Arab Americans to show up to the Democrat primary and vote uncommitted in the primary.
Who
and
is?
They showed up in big enough numbers where Biden lost the primary to uncommitted.
Who is uncommitted?
Nobody.
Oh, okay.
They voted for nobody.
You can do that?
Yep, evidently you can.
Yeah, I don't even know when the Georgia primary is.
Well, I'll look it up for you. Hang on. Georgia primary. March 12th, I think. Yeah, no, wait a minute. I think it's already started, actually. Wait a minute. Starting 7 a.m. on Monday, which I think was
right. So that's the early voting.
yeah. Oh no, it was 3 weeks ago.
Oh, huh.
Early voting will go through March 8th,
Okay, there you go.
and the primary is set for March 12th.
There you go. I guess the early signing period is still
Yeah, so
going.
Georgia is in the middle of early voting right now, and it will run for another week and a half.
So it's like, what's the point of having an election day anymore if everyone's just going to vote on early voting?
That's been my point for a long time. I remember the good old days where you had election day, one day, paper ballots, and you knew who won
Right.
that evening.
Right.
Now it's a month of early voting, nonsense shenanigans with electronics, and nobody knows who won for a month.
Right. Well, I guess the good thing about early voting is that I guess there's, less, crowds. I guess, not as many, long lines.
I have a solution for that.
What's that?
Make election day a national holiday.
Okay.
Businesses closed down, just like a regular national holiday, just like Christmas or whatever national holiday, Veterans Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day. Make election day a national holiday. Businesses can close, post office closed down, government closed down, everything closes,
Well, that doesn't.
and people just go and vote.
Right. Well, that doesn't help with all the crowds and the long lines.
Well, then you need more polling places.
All in one day. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like, why do we still have National Signing Day when everyone is signing during the early signing period?
Well, wait a minute.
It's like we went by National Signing Day and no one even knew that it happened until the next day. I remember I was on the morning shoe on Thursday, and Lou asked me, "Did you know that National Signing Day was yesterday?" And I was like, "No, I didn't even know that."
I must have read that wrong then, because Lou's right. I got that wrong. Biden actually won the Democrat primary.
Yeah, because
But uncommitted got 13%. Biden
right.
got 81%.
All right, so we
I must have read that story wrong. So I stand corrected. I'm sorry. I
still
made
won,
a mistake.
and even if uncommitted had won, he still
But
would have won because uncommitted is not a candidate. So
it was a mistake, Lou. I'm sure you never make a mistake, sir.
mistake.
But you know what? You do. So I made a mistake. I read it wrong, and I've already said I was wrong. So what do you want? Blood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uga wants to know what's the point out of the transfer portal if Clemson isn't going to use it? Well, I mean, the point is that other people are using it. Other schools are using it, and athletes are using it. So we're not going to not have the transfer portal just because Dabo doesn't use it. I mean, I mean, I,
I'm
I mean,
getting close to the point where he's becoming intolerable.
Dabo does not represent all of college football. So
Dabo is evidently going to stay, quote unquote, old school on that as long as he thinks he can get away with it. But
well, I mean, they made some. He's made some offers in the portal, but he also said that he's not going to bid for players either. So
I mean, he's the head coach of the program. He can run the program the way he wants.
yes, that's
Now,
right.
the athletic director at Clemson is going to have to make a decision. Can I put up with a coach that wants to buck the current trend
Yes,
of transfer portal and NIL
yes,
and
right.
continue to hope he can recruit at an ultra high level?
Yes, you're
Or
right.
am I going to fire his ass and get somebody who's going to get with the program in 2024?
Yep. Yes, you're right. He can run the program however he wants to. He can run it into the ground if he wants to.
Well, no, I mean, the athletic director at some point is going to say, you're fired if he does that.
You're, you're right. Yeah, I guess if he continues to go 8-4.
Or the athletic director could ride Dabo and say it's Dabo's program, and if the program runs into the ground, both Dabo and the AD will be fired.
You're right. I guess so. I guess if he continues to go 8-4, and that's what's going to happen.
I'm kind of hoping that both Strickland and Napier will get fired during this year.
All right. Yep. Yep. So you're ready for I guess Strickland hired Napier.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And that's why you want him gone, or?
I don't think we need him anymore.
Okay, there you go. Exactly. You don't need him anymore. Yep.
I think his decisions are questionable enough that we can get rid of him.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. And I think you will. I think that when Florida goes 4-8, he's going to be gone. So.
I don't think they're going 4-8. I think 4-8 is a stretch goal.
Well, I mean, if you look at the pattern, I mean, 6-6 first year, 5-7 his second year, so that stands to reason he'll go 4-8 in his third year if the pattern continues. So.
I think. I mean, there is an argument to be made that Napier could be gone by the Tennessee game.
Yeah.
But I think he'll survive, and he'll survive to the Georgia game,
and
Georgia will road grade Florida,
and then he'll be fired. Yeah.
and then he'll be fired. If Georgia beats Florida by 3 or more touchdowns, he might as well not even get on the plane to go back to Gainesville. He might as well just drive back to Gainesville because they'll lock him out of the plane at the airport.
Yep. Yeah, they'll fire him on the tarmac like Lane Kiffin. Yeah.
And somebody in one of the forums asked me, well, why don't we go after Lane Kiffin? And I said, if Florida hires Kiffin, I'm going to become a University of South Florida fan.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't stomach the idea of Kiffin running the Florida Gators.
Why?
That turns me off.
Why?
I think he's a joke.
A joke.
I think he's a joke of a human being. I think he's an unreliable coach. I think he has the maturity of a 5-year-old in a sandbox.
All right. All right. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, isn't Urban Meyer kind of a joke of a human being.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he definitely showed his post Florida his post Florida conduct, especially, shows him to be really a less than a quality human being.
Hmm.
Um, and I guess his tenure at Florida was not marked by saintly behavior either. So,
Well, I mean, he did win y'all 2 natties, so
you know what?
I guess that's all. And I guess that's all that really matters. But
I'm over him at the moment.
you're over him.
Yeah.
You're over him. Why? Because of how he left, or
No, I was talking about somebody else.
okay.
Anyway. No, Urban. The way Urban left the program, it's never recovered.
Nope.
It's never recovered.
Nope. Nope.
I mean, secret agent man Moose Dump started the downhill
Yep.
trend. Then
12.
we get Shark Humper.
Yep.
And
12
then,
and 1.
and
Yep.
then we get Mullen, and then we get this guy.
Yep. 12 and 1 was definitely a downward trend.
No, the way he left the program.
No, I was talking about Moose Dump. Yeah, Moose Dump took
Moose
out.
Dump didn't go 12 and 1.
Yeah, he did in 2012. He went 12 and 1. His only loss was to Georgia.
He did.
He did. Yeah.
He did. Son of a bitch, he did. So, yeah, but that was with Urban's players.
That was an outlier. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when he had his own players, he cratered.
He went 7 and 5. Yeah, or worse. Yeah.
He cratered.
He
And then he got tired, and then
Georgia
McElwain rode Moose Stump's defense to a couple of half decent seasons, and then he cratered.
Yep.
And then Mullen comes in, and then we saw a spark or two there, and then he craters.
Yeah, he had three good seasons, and then y'all fired him after one bad season.
He wasn't developing the players, and he couldn't recruit worth a damn.
Yeah, and he didn't have a defense. So
Mullen had access to one of the best football facilities and programs in the entire country. Couldn't out recruit Georgia and Florida State in the state with the arguably the best recruiting environment in the country, and publicly, stated that it wasn't recruiting season. I thought that comment was that comment was a horror show. There's no such thing as a recruiting season, sir.
Yeah, right now we're during the season. We'll talk about that when it's recruiting season.
It happens 365, 24/7.
Yeah.
You moron.
Yeah, I remember when he did a post game press conference dressed up as Darth Vader.
It was Halloween.
I
thought that was kind of funny
it was, but it was.
It's not the way a head coach is supposed to act, but I did get a chuckle out of it.
It was funny, but also cringe at the same time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course, Todd Grantham was also a big problem. Yeah, bringing Todd.
No, he was great. He was stupendous. Having him around was a pleasure.
Oh yeah, me too. Yes, I remember. Yeah, he was at Georgia for a little bit too. So yeah.
Yeah, no.
He
Florida should
yeah,
have seen the writing on the wall. If Georgia got rid of him, then Raj again.
Yes, he did unfortunately have a stint at Georgia. So
Yeah, well, luckily he didn't do too much destruction to your program. He stayed around way too long at Florida.
Yep.
But the arguments I was getting into on the Gator forums were, this guy can recruit. He's a recruiting superstar. Blah blah. If you get rid of him, the recruits are going to leave.
Yeah.
The recruits left after last season.
So yeah, I know you meant all the glitter gators.
Yeah, glitter gators. If you keep them, I made the argument, and nobody countered this argument, by the way. I found that to be telling. I said, okay, here's an argument for all you people that say if you keep him, if you get rid of him, the recruits are going to leave. Okay, let's say I buy that argument, and to an extent, I do buy that argument.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, you get rid of them, and the recruits are going to leave.
Okay.
Okay, hang on a minute. There. So you get rid of them, and the recruits are going to leave. Okay. If you keep them, and you keep having losing season after losing season, the recruits are going to leave anyway.
Yeah.
So if you get rid of them for being a loser and the recruits are going to leave, then
get rid of him now.
Get rid of him and the recruits are going to leave. If you keep him, the recruits are going to leave because he's racking up sub 500 seasons. So,
yeah, so get rid of him.
What have you lost?
Yeah, get rid of him now. Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of him now before he does any more damage.
Yep.
Baylor Man's here. "178 days until arguments turn into results on the field." Very true. I'm not going to be arguing very much, Baylor Man. My team is basically dead man walking.
Yep. Dead man.
I mean, there's not going to be a lot of trash talk coming out of me. There's not going to be a lot of arguing coming out of me. I already said what I said about Florida's 2024 campaign. They're a 3-9 team. If they can beat Miami, they're a 4-8 team.
Yeah, looks like there's a storm coming. Yeah. And right now it's going to be very dark and windy all of a sudden. So
yeah. Florida is going to win against Samford. They're going to win against Mississippi State. And there was one other win in there somewhere. Who was the other win? It wasn't Kentucky. I don't remember who the other win was. Hang on. Let me see if I can pull the schedule up. Florida Gators football. There it is. Let's see. Samford is a win. Mississippi State is a win. Oh, UCF might be able to beat UCF.
well, I mean, you don't really have any guaranteed wins besides Samford. So
No, well, Mississippi State's pretty much a win.
that
That team is in major trouble.
and then you can beat,
Sanford, Mississippi State, and UCF.
and
That's
that's
it.
it. Well, I mean, maybe y'all can upset someone somewhere. Maybe Miami or Texas A&M or
Now
Kentucky,
A&M. Well, A&M is in Gainesville.
right? Or right,
Gainesville's Miami.
or Kentucky or South
No,
or
Kentucky's
South.
in Gainesville. It's possible.
Do y'all play South Carolina this year?
No,
Can't remember.
no. The schedule is Miami at home, Sanford at home,
Mm-hmm.
A&M at home,
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi State on the road, UCF at home, Tennessee in Knoxville,
Knoxville,
Kentucky at home,
yes.
Georgia in Jacksonville, LSU at home, Ole Miss at home, and then the Criminals in Tallahassee.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so y'all play Kentucky.
I'll tell you something. After the
Yeah.
UCF game,
Yep, you got a lot of L's coming.
I could see Florida going. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I could see Florida going 0-6.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Like I said,
It's just
beat
going to be a horrible season.
that Miami or Texas A&M or Kentucky are probably winnable games. Maybe you could win one of those, or maybe you could somehow upset one of those last 5 or 6 teams. But yeah, I think that
Spanish.
yeah, I mean, I think that that making a bowl game would be a success. I do think that like 7-5 or 6-6 would be a success. I mean,
Okay. Sven wants to make a bet.
bet.
$10 bet. So if Florida wins, Florida, are you talking about a straight up bet or are you talking about points?
And no, straight up.
Okay, if it's a straight up bet, Sven, I'll take that bet. I mean, $10 is $10.
Yeah, it looks like it's straight up.
I'll take that bet. I think Florida can beat Mississippi State and start Vegas.
Bet. Yeah.
So is it a bet? If it's a bet, say yes.
Yep, it's a bet.
In front of witnesses.
Yes, he said straight up winning because
Okay.
I guess so.
Okay, so Sven and I have an official bet. Mississippi State versus Florida in Stark Vegas.
So $10. So how many euros is that?
Shit. I'll tell you in a minute.
How many euros is that?
I've got to learn to do euro conversion in my head. That's going to become important.
Well, I mean, it's always changing.
$10. Okay, wait a minute. $10 is 9.9. I don't know what cents is, but
Okay.
it's 9.23 euros.
All right, 9.23 euros.
Yeah. So if I win, he has to pay $10.84 in converting 10 euros to dollars.
Okay, so he has to pay so that would mean that if you win you get 9.23 euros. Okay.
Yeah. I'm aware that Sven lives in Germany, Sir Aga. I'm aware of that.
Yes, exactly.
But Germany doesn't use marks anymore. No more marks, no more francs, no more lira, no more
Francs, yeah.
whatever the fuck the other currencies were. It's all euros.
They don't use those anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when I bought euros for my upcoming trip, they said if you have euros left over, you can sell them back to us. But if you have euro coins, we don't want them. All I want is the paper. Yeah, that's you. You can pay me by super chat or PayPal, Sven.
Well, it pays you by super.
Either way works.
Then YouTube takes a
Yeah, that's true. If you pay by super chat, you're gonna have to count on the fact that YouTube's gonna take 30% from me. So
Right.
you'd have to add 30% to the $10. PayPal should be okay. Okay, well then don't worry about it. You've used PayPal friends and family, we're fine. Not necessary, Lou, but thanks for the thought. Thoughts and thoughts. Appreciate you. There's so much obsession with what's going on in my life. It's ridiculous.
That's right. Well, I mean, you let us in.
No, I didn't let you in. I told you what was going on, and I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. And everyone else decided to do two things: make up shit and then make a big deal out of it.
I mean, we wouldn't have had to make stuff up if you would have told us what it was. But
why? Why should I do that? Why should I do that? Explain to me why I should do that. That's personal information, and do I not have a right to personal information that I don't share?
You do.
Where is it so written in the college football trash talk slob Olympics community that I have to share absolutely everything all the time? Show me that bylaw.
It's not.
Okay, well then I'm allowed to have things that I don't talk about, and I get to choose what I don't talk about.
Yeah.
Yes, no?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So if I choose not to talk about something, whether it's personal information or my point of view on a particular subject or whatever, that's my choice, and I have a right to that choice. Yes, no? Yes. So I divulged as much information as I wished to divulge.
Yes.
I could have just said nothing and not shown up.
Yes.
I could have and shown complete disrespect to everyone who expected me to be there. Not that anyone would care one way or the other, but if people were expecting me to be there and I just flat didn't show up, that shows a fundamental disrespect in my mind.
Right.
So I chose to share the fact that I wasn't coming, and there was a reason for it. The reasons were my own, and I said as much as I wanted to say.
Right. Well, of course, they were reasons that could have been done sometime after the event, but
there's no hatred, Lou. I'm sorry. There's no hatred. There's me saying I shared with everyone the level of information that I wanted to share.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Right.
I have great respect for everyone in the community, with a few minor exceptions. And that's it.
Yep.
Everyone else in the community decided to make up shit.
Yep.
And then hammer it to the point where it becomes a pseudo truth.
Yep.
And I can't get away from it.
Pseudo truth. That's right.
And I'd like to get away from it because it's annoying.
Yes, the only way to get away from lies is with the truth. So.
Yeah, well, that's fine. You know, I'm fine. And that's all. Oh, yes.
Yes.
No, I can't. Lou. No, I can't, and I won't.
Okay.
And I don't understand what.
All right. Well, we're just talking in circles now.
Yeah, I don't understand why that's not good enough. I just don't understand it. I mean, I would show everyone in here the same respect. They didn't want to talk about a certain thing, I wouldn't bring it up. Do unto others, etc. But I guess I don't get that. I guess I just don't get that. I don't get it. Now, hang on a minute. Yeah. I don't know why they won't leave me alone. Anyway, more junk phone calls. Jesus. 20 days till March Madness.
Yep.
I'm not big on the college basketball thing.
Nope.
I
not.
mean, I note that the Gators are doing pretty good this year in basketball. The only reason I really know that is because Lou was talking about betting on the Florida Georgia basketball game, which I think was a week or so ago, and he was betting on Florida, and that surprised the shit out of me because it's like Lou would bet on the Gators to win against his favorite school
in
because
basketball. Yes.
really, and that so I looked it up and I said, well, they're winning. They have a winning record. So I note that for the record that they're winning, and I see that, but I'm not invested enough in Florida Gator basketball to actually worry about it. And I mean, what wasn't somebody around here saying? I think it might have been Lou was saying it, that the regular season in basketball doesn't mean a hell of a lot anyway, or was it the regular season polls don't mean a hell of a lot? Because you even at the end of the regular season, you still go through conference titles, and then there's a selection process to get into the playoffs.
Yes, right, and of course half the teams get in anyway. So
yeah, no, is it half?
well, not quite half.
Schools.
A little bit less than half, but yeah, I guess maybe like
I think there's like 300 schools play Division I basketball or something.
Okay. All right, so very large, so a large portion of them do end up
Wait a minute.
getting in. I guess maybe like 1/6.
Is that Auburn to beat Georgia last weekend? Wow.
If you did, and we got, that's right, you did, and they got it yet, and it wasn't even close. So
I suppose degenerate gamblers will bet on basketball. No, I don't think of y'all as degenerate gamblers until you start betting on WNBA games or women's college basketball. When you guys start betting on women's college or women's pro basketball, then you're degenerates. I mean, nobody watches women's basketball because they want to. Or do they? I don't know. I've never watched a women's college anything. And I remember in my older daughter, the one that went to Florida, her first 2 years, she lived on campus in a dorm where if you looked out her window, you could see the softball field where the Lady Gators played. And they were good during those years. They were, World Series or Women's Softball World Series, whatever the fuck it's called. And they were good at that time. And ironically, they were also real women playing the sport instead of, well, never mind it. And I visited my daughter quite often, and we never went. We could have walked across the field, or walked across the area where her dorm was, and gotten into a game, and we never did. No, you don't have to do that, Lou. I got everything covered. Thank you.
Yes, right. Yeah, we would. Yeah.
Jesus.
We would. Yeah, but you said that you would not be able to travel. So.
I'll be fine, Vic. Everything is fine.
All right, fine. But you said that you wouldn't be able to travel. So.
Not up to PCB, no. Everything's fine. Okay?
That's good.
Everybody pay attention. Here, I'm going to get up real close to the microphone. Real close to the microphone. Everything is fine. I'm not going to die. Everything is fine. Go have fun. Don't worry about the old SaleenDriver. He's going to be just fine. Jesus Christ. Anyway. How are you, Vic?
Good.
Good. When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's Thursday. I keep losing track of days sometimes. Must be my age. I keep thinking it's a different day than it is, but then I'm streaming at 3:00 or on a Wednesday, and I always stream at 3:00 on Wednesday. So I don't know why I would be losing track of the days when I'm streaming on the day I always stream.
Yeah, and yes, sir. Women do play sports.
Yes, and it used to be that only women played women's sports.
Yeah,
but now that's not so. Did you see that story? I think it was last week or very recently about that.
What was it about? It was about Leah Thomas getting stripped.
No. Oh, Leah Thomas got stripped of stuff.
Or excuse me. Well, no, I think I did see that, but then I think there were also people saying that it was just a joke. So.
No, it probably was. But there was that little college up in Massachusetts that was playing another college. I think it was a charter college that was playing another charter college in basketball.
Yep.
And one player on the one team, I think it was called the team was KITT, KITT. I think it's an acronym. Injured 3 players on the other team.
Wait, what sport was this in?
Women's basketball. I think it was women's basketball, and
there was
it was a guy. It was a guy doing the tranny thing.
Right, so someone trans and
it was a trans guy. Trans. I don't know what to call him.
Okay, anymore. Trans. Anyway,
injured 3 players on the other team in the first half of the game. They had to forfeit the game.
How did he injure them?
he ran into him or he knocked him down. I mean, you know, like in basketball, you know, you set up a screen or something for another player, and he set up an aggressive screen and he knocked. I saw the video of this one girl got knocked down so hard she couldn't get back up again.
Oof. Well. I mean, I guess that's a skill issue, but yeah.
No, it's a guy. It's a much bigger and stronger guy. Like Joshua says, I didn't see you in there, Joshua. How you doing?
Bumping
A
in.
guy with a man bun,
Yeah,
you
it was
know, identifying as a girl, and body checked one girl down to the court hard enough where I think she injured her elbow or her shoulder.
Yep. Right.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm call me old school, call me provincial.
No, I mean what you're saying. Yeah, what you're saying makes sense to me. Yeah.
I mean, men
Yeah,
are
and that we
stronger
have.
than women.
Yes, now we
Men
have
are bigger
different.
than women.
Yes, we have different, and that's why we have different leagues. Yeah, for men and
Yeah,
women.
doesn't anyone remember the story of the women's Olympic world champion soccer team that beat the entire world for years and years and years, got their asses kicked by a 14, 15-year-old boys high school soccer
Yep,
team?
exactly. Yes, that's why I said skill issue earlier. Yeah.
I don't live in a retirement community, sir, so I wouldn't know if man buns are allowed or not.
Right, we don't have one, but right.
Yeah, I wouldn't know these things. They don't apply because I don't live in a retirement Raj community.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to retire this stream, sir, because I have to head over to my mom's house and help her make dinner.
Yep.
We're having chicken wings.
Yep.
Yes, Sir Aga. Jeez. Sir Aga I think Sir Aga needs a hug and a Snickers.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Sir Aga needs a hug and a Snickers. So somebody give Sir Aga a hug and a Snickers, please. Vic, have a safe trip. Be careful. Have a safe journey over to Panama City Beach.
Yes. Okay. Yes, and you have a safe procedure.
Thank you. And everyone who's heading to my wonderful, glorious, beautiful, income tax-free, free state of Florida, a state actually run by adults. You're all heading here. I hope you have a safe trip coming from wherever you are and however you're getting here. And enjoy the venue. Enjoy the stay. Have fun. Remember, this is fun competition. Please keep the fighting and the controversy to a minimum. Maybe this year allow the 40-yard dash to count.
No.
For the first time in 3 years.
No. It's not because it's not going to count because we're not doing it.
Oh, you're not doing it? Okay, well.
So, Well, yeah. I think that it's going to be a separate event. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope everyone has a good time. I hope everyone enjoys themselves. Good luck to the competitors. If you want me to give you a prediction on who's going to win, you're all winners. No, I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who's competing, so I don't know who's going to win. But I look forward to seeing the pictures and the videos that you guys hopefully will post. And have a good time. No fighting. Vic, play nice.
Yeah.
And enjoy yourselves. And I will be streaming. What's next Wednesday is the 6th.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be here. I don't believe that. I don't see anything coming that would keep me from being here, so I should be here. I know I have a dentist appointment on Friday, the 8th. That should be a ton of fun. Ugh.
Okay.
I have to arrange for some wisdom teeth to be dealt with at that point, and I'm so looking forward to that.
Okay.
But that's a whole nother subject.
All right.
Anyway, Vic, I'll see you next week.
Okay. All right. Bye. Saleen.
And goodbye to all the rest of you guys. I hope you have fun this weekend. Post lots of pictures, post videos. Let the world see the slobs in all their glory. And I'll see you next week. Peace.